This week on Steel Horse Thunder, we head up to Fort Wayne for Cyclefest USA.
It's what I pride myself on, is doing stuff that you can't find in a catalog.
It was cool back in the 60s, it's cool today, and it'll be cool 50 years from now. A special winter episode featuring some of the most awesome bike builders in this region.
You know what? If a guy put me on the back of their bike, I'd have to marry him.
I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot of you.
Keep it respectful for the kids.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
If a truck hits me and flees the scene of the accident, I'm out of luck, right?
File a police report because you are entitled to compensation, even if the person leaves. There's a reason Leidendorf Law handles so many trucking accidents. Why Leidendorf? Just compensation.
You hear that little voice? It says, "Meet me where the road touches the sky." It's time to ride. And when you're on the road, make sure you have Rider insurance. Rider is focused solely on the motorcycle community and has been for almost 4 decades. We know what it's like to feel the wind on our face because we're riders ourselves. Come see the difference. Ride with Rider.
If you're in an accident, be sure that you are comfortable with your legal counsel. Statistically, you will do much better with a lawyer you trust. Visit Leidendorf.com to see 5 things to consider when you've been hurt. Leidendorf Law, approachable and on your side.
Hey, we got Cyclefest going on up in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Fort Wayne! I gotta go to the bathroom.
There's going to be a lot of cool motorcycles up there. A lot of guys. There's going to be a lot of cool bike builders up there. Guys, don't make me turn this bus around.
All right, Johnny Rotten. First off, is that your real last name?
No, that's my middle name.
Is it your real middle name? Love it. Did your parents do that to you on purpose?
For sure.
Okay, great. So you run this shop by yourself, correct?
I'm the sole owner.
And all these bikes you've done on your own?
Every bit of it, except a little bit of help here and there with friends and employees.
Where's your shop based out of?
Jonesboro, Indiana.
We were at Jonesboro before.
Yep, the home of something seats.
Okay, and this picture right here, what is this bike? Explain this bike to me.
This is the giveaway bike 2 years ago at the Cyclefest we built for the Sons of Anarchy to give away. And this was built in 11 days in between 2 shows. And a lot of help from getting all this done too. And they really enjoyed giving it away and they had fun with it.
You built it in 11 days?
11 days, almost 4 hours a day.
Okay, and what is this bike?
This is called the Crystal Ball bike. It's showing the reason why the unicorns didn't get on Noah's Ark. So what we have 117 inch.
Oh, was there really unicorns?
They're really unicorns, yeah.
Okay, continue.
Yeah. So we have a 117 inch powerhouse with a right side drive, and it's a 6-speed. And then what we did, we had a custom frame made by Auto Craft. So then we made our own tank, we made our own seat, fenders, Springer front end. It's got a 42 inch rake on it. We have a 280 tar on the back, and a custom paint job by Hired Guns, Marty Jones. And you have to can't hardly explain about the paint job, you just have to look at it. But actually in the old King James Version of the Bible, it mentions unicorns, it mentions dragons. So that's why we come up with the idea that the crystal ball, and see why the unicorns did not get on Noah's Ark.
Who's the woman on the back?
This is Crystal, which is alias Spoiled Rotten.
That's your girl?
That's my girl.
Nice. You know what? If a guy put me on the back of their bike, I'd have to marry him.
Well, let's hope so.
All right, so this one is called Heaven and Hell.
Heaven and Hell.
Tell me about it.
It's a religious statement bike. It's a bike with a split personality, and there's a lot of reason because of the split personality, because we have an Evo bottom end with a twin cam top end. It says it can't be done. We did it. It runs. It's functional. 6-speed, as it says right here, Rotten 6-speed. We made a homemade 6-speed. So the paint shows we have the devil with a fallen angel on one side with the crown of thorns. On the other side, we have Jesus on the mountain on the cross, and the stairway to heaven, and all the stuff to go with heaven, and the troops and everything. So we have a 12 over Springer. We have a regular soft tail that's been customized to build for a 300 back tire. And then on the back here, we have wages of sin is death. You look at death upside down, it turns into life. So then we have an auto clutch where you don't even have a clutch. So you can drive it and you don't need to clutch it.
Is this easy to ride? Because I don't know, that front tire's out pretty far.
Well, it's easy to ride if you're a little bit taller than I am.
I am a little bit taller than you. Can I have it?
Yeah, you can have it.
All right.
For the bottom price of $65,000.
Oh, great. Okay, well, dang it, I thought I could have it, not buy it.
Oh, yeah, you can have it, yeah.
Hey, Nick, you got some pretty cool stuff sitting out here in front, and it's a lot different than what we've been looking at so far here. Can you tell me a little bit about what you guys do at the shop?
What we do at One Off Custom Designs is anything that anybody else won't. That's what I pride myself on, is doing stuff that you can't find in a catalog, you're not going to find it on anybody else's bike anywhere. So if you have a dream and you can't find it in a catalog that you want, come to me. We'll build it. We'll make it. I won't say no.
Well, that's pretty cool, and that's a pretty big challenge right there. You won't say no.
I won't say no.
So how long have you guys been doing this?
I have been working on motorcycles since 2004. OCD has been alive and commercialized since the end of 11. Okay. So I've been open doors for just over 2 years now.
Okay. And how are things going?
I've moved from a 1,500 square foot shop to 6 months ago I opened a 10,000 square foot shop.
Things are going good then.
Going good.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're standing here in front of a bike that I've never seen anything quite like this before. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, we've called it Frankenbobber, considering we've hacked and spliced every single place you could possibly imagine. About the neck's the only thing original left to this bike. It is a 1980 XS 850 triple, so it's a 3-cylinder. It's something you still don't see every day as well. It's stretched 14 inches out, and we've put 2 rear wheels on the rear because you just don't see it anywhere else. And being that it's shaft driven, it just added more complexity to the entire build, but it was something I was very willing to take on. It was a dream inside the owner's mind that just turned it into metal for him.
Now, who came up with putting the dual rear wheel on here?
I'll take credit for it. I did. We were looking at trying to do something different and came across looking at concept bikes over image searches on the internet and came across the Dodge Tomahawk. And he wanted to originally put a wide tire on the rear, but being shaft driven, the wheel itself would have blown budget completely out of the water. We had 2 original bikes, so we just bolted the rear wheels together. When we came across it, pictures like this is what we're doing.
All right, up here in Fort Wayne at Cyclefest, we still do have charity events. Lori, can you tell me about why you're here today?
Yes, we're here from the Rescue Mission on behalf of True Kings, who is doing a benefit for Karis House, which is the women and children shelter of the Rescue Mission.
Can you tell me a little bit about the Karis House?
Sure. We take women, single women or women with children, and we have both short-term housing and long-term housing for them.
Okay. And rowboat, correct?
Ma'am, you're absolutely right.
Okay, tell me why you're here today and what does this benefit?
We're just trying to help the community as much as possible. Sometimes these people get overlooked, and then, if we can just get a reaching hand out, help them out in certain situations and have fun with it, then we're ready to do it.
There's approximately 2,500 homeless, but in the community of Fort Wayne, there's only enough room for like 500 beds. So you have 1,500 people out there that are either couch surfing, they're under the bridges, they're just wherever they can go. So we appreciate True Kings coming forward and helping, because that's what it's all about. It's a community coming together, trying to help these other people, 1,500 that don't have a place to go, and raising money. So we appreciate them so much.
Just wanted to ask you, you're from Putnam County, you do cover bridge rides. Can you tell us about what you do?
I am located in Putnam County, which is west of Indianapolis and east of Terre Haute, and I promote tourism in Putnam County. I have 9 covered bridges in my county, and they're all open to vehicular traffic except for one, and that's located at Cataract Falls, and we do catered lunches and dinners in that bridge.
Well, that's awesome. Is there, do you charge for any of this, or is this?
It's all free.
Alisha, how you feeling?
Feeling a little tired.
All right, well, we'll be right back.
If you're in an accident, the insurance company has incentive to settle quickly. Don't say anything and don't sign anything until you've contacted a lawyer. Visit Leidendorf.com to see 5 things to consider when you've been hurt. Leidendorf Law, approachable and on your side. If you're in an accident, seek medical attention right away. Many injuries can go undetected and manifest without a proper diagnosis. Visit Leidendorf.com to see 5 things to consider when you've been hurt. Leidendorf Law, approachable and on your side.
Okay, Ramsey. So you're with the True Kings, right?
Yes, I am.
And okay, so this bike back here, the guy's not here and I wanted to talk to him. Do you know anything about this bike?
Yes, I know something about this bike. This is the Kustom 02 Honda 1100. It took 6 months to produce this bike. Everything is hand done on this bike. And a nice gentleman who is not here, wish he could be here, but he had to work. So we brought his toy with us. So everybody likes this bike, so you can experience it, you can sit on it. It has good butt motion. Oh my God, it does. And
that's great. I can sit on it.
You can sit on it. Yeah, it has a butt warmer. I used it this morning. All I'm saying is, hey, yo.
Justified Defiance, we've been in business about 10 years. We kind of cater to like the hardcore style, motorcycles, choppers, bobbers, and we also do hot rods. We're based out of Grove City, Ohio, which is, close to Columbus. And then we also have just merged with another shop called Motor Rod, but they took on the Justified Defiance name. And we now have one in Hamilton, Ohio, which is down by Cincinnati.
Well, that's really cool. So how's the merger going?
Actually, the merger started about a year and a half ago. A lot of the bike builders in the Columbus, Cincinnati, Dayton area, we travel around. These guys from Motor Rod, their style is very similar to ours. Basically we did it so we could save money in, traveling expenses. And, since we're out on the road and we don't have our families with us and everything, this is kind of just our own family in the bike culture anyway.
All right, man. Well, this is a really cool bike I'm looking at here, and I believe this is the bike you guys did since the merger?
This is actually the first bike that is, we call it like the resurrection of Justified Defiance.
Gotcha.
It's, Justified Defiance is usually really grunge look and everything. We started getting a little flashy motorcycles and all that. This one here, I guess, has kind of an attitude of both. It's one of these things. This thing is so clean. Billy, who's our fabricator in the shop, who's a machinist, basically do it all. He probably put so many hours in this thing, and as in 3.5 weeks we're trying to do all this. I'm trying to get ready for the show. We're trying to get ready all the other motorcycles together, the trailer, all that. And he just has been hour after hour on this thing. If you look around, there's so many little machine works. I mean, every single bung, every single rod, every single piece of aluminum has been machined in-house.
And how long, I'm sorry to interrupt, but how long did you say it took to build it?
3.5 weeks.
That's just amazing.
It really is, but there's so much work done on this thing. But what we're doing, Justified Defiance, by combining both shops, is we're doing everything in-house now. Total builds, paint, machine work, leather work, you name it, engine work, we're doing that. And, like I said, the biggest thing is so we can, cover the Columbus area and Cincinnati area. So that's what's going on.
Well, right on, man. You guys are doing a great job. That is absolutely beautiful. And like you said, the detail is unbelievable. When you start looking at this thing, it just goes on and on forever. And so, man, I'll tell you what, I wish the best of luck to you guys. I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot of you.
Oh, yeah. That's greatly appreciated, and hopefully everybody enjoys this bike.
Okay, Bob, so I'm walking around Cyclefest, and there's something over here that just kind of like pops out of a little trailer. What is this?
It's called the Bunkhouse Camper. It is a camper designed to pull behind a motorcycle. They're lightweight, they're economical to pull behind, and they have vast amount of room and storage space.
I think I could fit in there, actually.
You could do a lot of things in there, but it's the nice part about the Bunkhouse Camper is, as you see the camper back here, it expands greatly, but it also stores easily on top here, and all the personal space is all for your personal cargo inside. They're great, they're lightweight. The small queen bed weighs 285 pounds. It has a torsion axle. They travel really well. They're made and designed and engineered to pull behind your motorcycle. They come in a variety of colors. They're lightweight and easy to set up. I actually set this queen bed up on a TV commercial a couple years ago in 30 seconds.
Was it timed on purpose? Like it was a competition or something?
Nope, they're just that easy to set up. They're durable, they last, they hold the weather, and if you ask any bunkhouse camper, any owner that owns one, they'll tell you it is the #1 camper to buy.
And how much do these run?
They vary. They start out about $3,600, and with the Queen model, the King model goes up a little higher, but it has vast amount of room. It actually has a king bed, a changing room, and an extra canopy that you can do so many things with. You can put your kitchenette in it, store your bike under it as you're camping, whatever you want to do.
Now let's take a look at the Southside Harley-Davidson featured woman rider.
Michelle, you got a really cool bike here. Can you tell me a little bit about this?
It's my 2004 883 Sportster. I basically took it from my husband when we got married. I've redone it in the pearl pink and pearl white.
So you did that then? It wasn't like this when he was riding it?
No, I did everything myself actually. Took it apart and I put it back together.
You're so small, you got this cute, dainty little voice. How can you work on a motorcycle?
Well, he helps me. I do it, he tells me if I did it right.
Is that right?
Yeah.
But see, that's how you learn.
Yeah.
Because he lets you do it, right?
Yes, exactly.
So I see a lot of trophies here, a lot of hardware going with this. So tell me a little bit about that.
We just go to different shows around the area, like in the summer, the ones you can ride to. We just ride and just show it. Just fun to get out and get away.
It is. It's really cool. It's really nice. I like the way you got it all set up. Looks like you got the family jewels on the seat there.
Yes. Yeah.
So how long have you been riding?
Maybe 7 years.
And what was it that made you decide, you know what, I want to get my license, I want to do my own riding?
Well, I used to ride with my husband, and he showed me how to ride. He taught me, and he'd ride on the back with me while I'd go out riding around. And I've always wanted to ride by myself, and he kind of pushed me to do it. So took the abate course, and I've been riding ever since.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So no regrets that you learned?
Oh, no, I love it.
Except for on days like today when there's like snow flurries out there. It's a little chilly. So what kind of plans do you have for the bike? I mean, you've done so much to it. It's beautiful. What other plans do you have?
Well, I'd like to get the Jugs Diamond Cut and twisted spoke wheels on it and the chrome brake calipers. And I think that's about it. I don't want to claim too much more.
Well, you know, you got to do a little bit at a time. That's what I learned. You do a little bit at a time. Now, as far as your riding, do you have, like, a bucket list that maybe has something on there, a destination or an event or something like that you would like to do?
Our plan is my son graduates from high school in 2 years. Our plan is to go to Sturgis. So take a nice 2-week time with nothing to do but ride and hang out.
Well, I have a funny feeling you're going to find plenty to do when you get out to Sturgis, but yeah, it's funny. We don't like to rush our children to grow up and move out, but boy, when they do, it's kind of sweet.
I know, because we're not going to have anything to do.
Trust me, with motorcycles and Indiana roads and all the other roads around here, it's pretty easy to find something to do.
Yes, there is lots to look at and do.
Well, thank you for sharing your bike with us. It's beautiful, and I hope you continue to ride and continue to enjoy yourself with it.
Thank you. Thanks.
More than 50% of those who are injured and have a case never call an attorney. Why? Maybe they don't know who to call. Many are afraid or don't like lawyers, and others just want the whole thing to go away. Call me. I can help. Legal action may not be an option in your case, but it can't hurt to find out. Call Leidendorf Law. I will speak to you about your case. Leidendorf Law, approachable and on your side.
Hey, we're up here in Fort Wayne at Cyclefest, and I got Curly with me here. He's got his own place. Tell me a little bit about your shop.
I'm Curly with Curly's Custom Cycles. We're a full service shop and a full custom shop.
Okay, so you do it all there.
Yeah, we do everything. Paint, powder coat, anything you can imagine we can do.
What about if somebody just needed an oil change?
Absolutely. We definitely like everyone to know that we are a full service shop, so we can do the day-to-day jobs.
Right on. Now, so how long you guys been around?
Since 2008 is when I officially started the business, but I've been doing the bikes thing my whole life pretty much since I was a kid.
Well, you look pretty old, so that means you've been doing it a while.
Yeah, I'm 35, so I feel old.
All right, well, you're still a kid to me, but we won't go there. Anyway, can you tell me, you got some pretty nice bikes out here. Can you tell us a little bit about this one?
Yeah, this one actually is the newest build that we finished, and we built it for Sturgis, and it actually made a cover of American Bagger for last month's issue. It was our first cover, been in many magazines, but our first cover. This thing is crazy. We took everything apart, powder coated everything different colors, built the engine, put a Pro Charger on it, made 155 horsepower, so this thing really screams. And this basically says everything about us as a shop of what we can do. We can do the horsepower, the paint, the fabrication, we can do it all.
And that to me is what's so cool about it, because it is everything. It's not just a pretty paint job. There's a lot of machine right here. I'll tell you what, let's take a look at one of your other ones before we let you get back to work. All right, Curly, we got another one of your bikes here, and I know we just talked about, it's not just a fancy paint job, but this one, I like the paint job on this one too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites. This is actually my personal bike. I'm a big drag racing guru, and hot rods and everything's like in my blood. So I did a tribute to Don Garlitz, and that's who's on the front in the airbrush. And then obviously blue is my favorite color, and it's blue. But it's definitely just as shows the quality of everything that we do. And I mean, the work speaks for itself. Look at this thing. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. I mean, it caught my eye right away. So this is your personal, you say?
Yeah, and when we do our own personals, myself and one of my shop guys, we try to just do everything crazy as we can, the best we can, because, we're one of a few shops that definitely do everything in-house. We don't have a ton of people, the stuff going everywhere, so we want to show everything from our paint to the powder to the machining to the everything, and I just love them. They're fun, and we love when our customers gives us the opportunity to build stuff like that as well.
Oh, no doubt. All right, man. I know you're busy. We're going to let you get back. And one more time real quick, name of the shop and where you're located.
Curly's Custom Cycles, Chesterton, Indiana. You can check us out on www.curlycycles.com and on Facebook.
Okay, so Brian, your shop is called Sinners and Saints. Now, I'm a saint. Are you the sinner?
I'm both. Depends on which day of the week it is.
Tell me something about your shop.
We build custom bikes. We build anything from custom choppers to baggers to just customizing stock Harleys. Do everything in-house, custom paint.
Where are you guys based out of?
Columbus, Ohio.
And you drove all the way here to Fort Wayne for this?
Yep.
Long ride.
Right. Long ride home, too.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be, I'm sure. So tell me about this bike right here in front of us.
This is a CFL bike that one of the guys that works for me, it's his personal bike. And we've been building it, I don't know, probably for about a year now, just off and on, because we're so busy at the shop. But this was the first time he could get it out, so.
Was there a for sale sign on it?
Yeah, he's actually wanting to sell it so he can build something else. That's how we do. We ride them for a little bit and then turn around, sell them, and build something else.
Isn't that what guys do with girlfriends too? You have them for a little while, then you trade them in?
I don't know. I'm married with 4 kids, so that was a long time ago for me. But
all right, now this bike is named the Hellraiser. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we built this bike for the Easy Rider show in 2007. We haven't sold it. It's our personal bike for the shop. We take it around to all the shows. A lot of people's wanted to buy it. We're just not ready to get rid of it yet. So it's basically, our mascot of the shop, if you will.
It's what attracted me over here to you guys. Now tell me about the different, the clutch and all that.
Got a hand clutch jockey shift. No front brake. It's not for the beginner rider. It's for somebody that's just hardcore that knows how to ride and isn't scared to ride. Because you're holding on to the clutch with one hand, taking off with one hand. You got one foot on your brake, so it's a little difficult to ride, but it's a lot of fun.
The seat looks uncomfortable too.
It's not bad. Believe it or not, once you get your legs up on the pegs, you don't even feel the chains on the seat. It's got a gel pad inside of it, so it's really comfortable. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to go to California on this thing, but bar to bar, it's great.
Bar to bar, that means you're drinking.
Yeah, that's right. I ride it better when I've had a couple in me.
Well, and it says Hellraiser, so.
Right, but it's an old shovel head. It's a 96 cubic inch shovel head. We built the whole thing from the ground up, made the tank, made everything on it. Doesn't have an oil filter on it. We actually made these sight glass oil filters with copper hard lines, so kind of just a little bit different from what everybody else is doing.
Well, I'll tell you, like I said, this bike is what attracted me over here to you, and I love it. And if you're gonna sell it, I would love it.
Right. It does most people. It's funny because a lot of photographers want to photo shoot it, but they want to take it to their booth to do it. And it's funny because we'll have a bunch of people at our booth and they'll take this bike and our booth will be dead. And then all of a sudden they bring it back and it's right back in it. Everybody's crowding around this bike. So
It's like your trophy wife.
that's right. So that's one of the reasons why we don't want to get rid of it. But someday soon it's time to go move on to something bigger and better.
All right. Well, thanks for talking to me today.
All right, Jeremy, you got a pretty cool bike right here. Can you tell us a little bit about what you got?
And this bike is a bike we built for the Columbus Easy Rider Show. This is a bike we built called Double Standards. We handmade the handlebars, all the twisted down tube, or not down tube, twisted struts, twisted foot controls. All that stuff was made in-house. We started off with a Paco wishbone frame. Bowers Paint Studio did an awesome job. 24 karat gold leaf. Just old school bike, man.
Now, how long does it take to build something like this?
We actually built this bike in 6 weeks. In 6 weeks, we built this thing. We built the handlebars 9 months. Right after our first build, we got Editor's Choice Award at the Columbus Easy Rider Show in 2011. We built the handlebars right after that, and they sat on the shelf for like 9 months. And both of us got the itch. My right-hand man over here, Hot Rod, we got the itch in 6 weeks, man. There it is.
So now, did you say this bike here has actually made it into the Easy Rider?
Yeah, it's in the December issue of 2013. Easy Rider, I think it's 496, I believe.
So how is that for you to know that your bike has made it into an Easy Rider magazine? I mean, it's got to make you feel pretty proud when you open up that book.
Yeah, when they take the pictures and you watch the whole process, it's cool. Michael Lichter, the best in the business as far as photography goes. I mean, he's awesome. He's been doing it for years. And it's an honor, you know, when you grow up and like my dad was a biker and he looked at Easy Rider magazines, and to see those bikes that he was taking pictures of, and my dad just wanted so bad to get his bike in there, and he passed away before he ever had the chance. So for me to have two in there is a huge honor for me.
Isn't that cool?
It's a huge honor.
Well, I think that's really cool, and I'm sure your dad very proud of you for what you've done here, because this right here is a beautiful bike. And I know you said it, but I'm going to say it now to make it sound like I'm pretty smart. The cool thing about this bike, it was cool back in the 60s, it's cool today, and it'll be cool 50 years from now.
All right, so we're wrapping up at Cyclefest, and you know, I didn't get to see Jax today.
Jax, who cares about Jax? I'm here, Steel Horse Thunder's here.
I like that. I like that Steel Horse Thunder was here because we had a good time.
We did have a real good time, and I'll tell you what, there was amazing bike builders here. Saw a lot of cool stuff I've never seen before. So I tell you what, I hope you enjoyed it this week on Steel Horse Thunder. Remember, it's not what you ride.
It's that you ride.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
Yeah, we do.
Give it the GQ look. Jax my ass.
So we're wrapping up here in...
There was a guy walking around here who looked just like Opie. That's the way they used to teach you to drive, 10 and 2. Airbags changed all that. Hey, Jim.
Fake it for you. Okay, I'm gonna fake it. You know, we're gonna get in there and just do a little bit of this. And, you know, get out there. You know, oh yeah, but you know, we can keep it respectful for the kids.